Hi everyone, this is Marcus with DTF Station, and this video will be a part of a 3-episode series for the full installation and setup of the Prestige R2 DTF Printer. In this video, we will go over the software installation and setup procedures in detail. Chapter 2, Software Installation and Setup. Note, all of the files in the following steps may be found in the USB dongle that came with your printer, so make sure to check there first. There will be two main softwares that you will be installing and setting up. Hosensoft is the software that controls the printer. You can perform head cleanings, nozzle checks, and more fine adjustments with the printer on this software. The second is DigiRip, which is your RIP software. This will be used to upload your artwork, size it and position it on the film, and finally print your artwork onto the media. Alright, let's begin. Now we will install the Hosen software. You should have received a quick start guide PDF titled Read Me First or 2, version 4.pdf. If you did not receive this file, make sure to reach out to the DTF team to inquire. Open this PDF. On number 3, you will have a QR code to download and install the R2 Hosen software. This QR code will take you to a Google Drive with multiple different files. Make sure to download the Prestige R2 Hosen software and also download the Prestige R2 DigiRip file. If your computer does not have software to unzip files, go ahead and download the 7-zip extractor. This is a free software that we provide that you can use to unzip files. If you're going to use the 7-zip extractor, after all files have been downloaded, head over to your Downloads folder and double-click 7-zip extractor to open. Then right-click the Prestige R2 Hosen software, then click Extract All to unzip the file. Once this window opens, click Extract to begin extraction. Once the file has been unzipped, it will open the folder in a new window. Scroll down and locate printexp.exe and double-click this file. In this new window, click More Info, then click Run Anyway. Your firewall may try to block the installation. Click Allow Access. Note, instead of the software opening, if you are getting errors repeatedly, head back to your USB dongle or Google Drive folder, locate this file, vc_edist.x64.zip, then download and install the file. Once completed, you should be able to open Hosensoft again. When Hosensoft is open, the text characters may look like this. Before we change the language, we need to secure a connection between the printer and the computer first. Make sure by this step, the printer is connected to the computer via Ethernet cable. If your computer does not have an Ethernet port, you will need to purchase a separate adapter in order to make the connection. The connection must be direct and cannot pass through a router, splitter, or Ethernet switch. When you see this icon, blink red, this indicates that you do not have a proper connection with the printer. If this icon is blinking red, follow the steps on the screen. Click on this button, then go to this tab on the left. Then click this button, which should be the only button you can click on this page. Once you click that button, a new window will open. Go to Ethernet and open the drop-down list. Select Ethernet option. At this step, you may encounter multiple Ethernet options. In this case, go into Windows and go to View Network Connections. Remove a cable one at a time and check to see which Ethernet cable connection turns off. This will help you narrow down to which Ethernet cable is the one connected to your printer. Next, go to the IP address section and enter the following IP address: 192.168.127.58. Please double-check that you have entered the IP address correctly. Here, for the first 3 digits, we have intentionally put in the wrong 3 numbers, 196, to show you what happens when the incorrect IP address is entered. The icon on the bottom left is still blinking red, which indicates that the connection is still not properly set up. Once we go back and correct the first 3 digits to 192, then click this button, then this button to confirm. Once the correct IP addresses is entered, this icon will now be a solid green, indicating a solid connection with the printer. If all steps have been performed correctly, but you are still getting a flashing red icon, first check that the printer is powered on, then check the Ethernet cable connection, and if neither of these variables fixes the problem, contact the support team. Once complete, close the window. And now select the second button from the top. Go to the second tab on the new window, and in the drop-down list, select English, then click this button to confirm. Click OK. Close the window. Click this button. Click this save icon to save all settings. Right-click the Hosensoft icon on the bottom and pin the software to the taskbar. Then close the program. Click this button to confirm the close action. Now reopen the software, and this program should now be in English. Check this icon again to make sure the connection with the printer is still live. Next, we will set the margins for the film. They should be done every time a new roll of film is loaded into the machine. Click on Setting on the very top, and you will see this option for X margin. If you look at the printer, you'll see this ruler on the top. You will use this ruler to decide where your X margin should be set to. If you look here, the film's edge is at 2 centimeters or 20 millimeters. To give it some room, you should set it to a minimum of 25 millimeters, but we're going to be extra cautious here and set the margin to 40 millimeters. Next, head over to the Auto Jump White section, go to Type, in the drop-down list, select Together. For the explosion setting, we can leave this at 80% but can bump it up all the way to 100% depending on necessity. Now head over to the color bar, Setting category, go to Mode, then select Off. Next, go to Common Setting category, or Auto Clean, select Clean Flush. Now on the top right, select the icon to save the settings. Now go to your Downloads folder and double-click the DigiRip file to install. Now follow us on screen to install the RIP software. In this window, click Install Printer, make sure to select Prestige R2, then click OK. Click Next. Wait for everything to install, then click Next again. For the port setup, select TCP/IP. For the IP address, we will use a dummy address. Type in the following 127.0.0.1. You won't have to change any other settings on this page. Now click OK. Click Next. Click Finish. Now we will need to check for updates and update the license file in order to get your DigiRip software up to date. Head over to DigiRip, go to Help, click Check for Updates. In the new window, click Next. Here it shows no update available, but if you do have an update, go ahead and install the update. Once finished, click Close. Once you install the update, make sure to go back to Help and click Update License File. If you skip this, the new update you installed will not take effect once complete. Click OK. Restart the software. Now go to Queue, Manage Queues. Go to Port and select TCP/IP. Even though we have already done this in the previous step, sometimes the settings will revert to default. Click Close. Now we will check the queue properties. Click on Regular Films. The print mode should be set to Production Res, DTF Station Universal Film. Before moving on, let's go over the different print modes. Production Res is recommended for bold colors and solid images. Speed Res is recommended for draft mode printing. White graphic will only print white. Print vibrant white colored artworks at fast speeds using the setting. Now click on Media Setup in the left navigation bar. This will show the current film with setting. If you're using 13-inch wide DTF Station Universal Film, then it should be sent to 13 inches. Note, even if the roll is 13 inches wide, our print is limited to 12.5 inches wide due to the margins that are required. If you need to create custom media, click on the 3 dots here to create your own custom media with custom measurements. To create the custom profile, click this plus icon, choose your width, measurement, and make sure to provide at least ½ an inch for margins. Now close this window and go to Layout Manager on the left navigation bar. Let's go over some of the settings on this page. If you have this checked, all of your jobs will automatically be mirrored. For your layout mode, AutoNest will automatically place your artwork on the media in a way to reduce as much media wasted as possible. Note, this will disregard the image input sequence. If this is not what you want, change this to manual. These two options should already be checked. Make sure not to uncheck these. Moving on, the spaces between jobs and copies are set to ½ an inch. Feel free to increase this as needed, as more space will make it easier to cut the separate prints from each other. Now head over to Color Layer and select Processing Options. Under the White and Color Options tab, note Maximum Ink Percentage. We recommend starting with a default 40%, but depending on your print quality, you may increase this in order to make the white portions of your artwork more opaque. Our recommendation is to increase or decrease this percentage in increments of 5% until the desired results is reached. The next setting to go over is Choke to Prime. This is a good setting to use when you are having issues with weight under peeking out on the edges of your print. There are 3 possible solutions to this issue. The first option is to increase the choke by using this setting. Raise it in increments of 1 until the desired result is reached. The second thing you should check is the quality of your artwork. To test this, try printing 2 other artworks and see if the same issue is consistent across all 3 prints. The third issue could be a headspace alignment issue, which we will go over in Chapter 3 of this video. We do not recommend changing anything under the CMYK color adjustments section, as it can change how the colors are represented and printed, also known as color representation. Now let's go over under base strength, white under black. This is currently set to 50%. This means that it will use 50% of the maximum ink 40% whenever it is placed under any black portions of your print. We recommend leaving this alone, unless you are having issues with ink bleeding on the film. If you have this issue, you can bring this value down as low as 20%. Now head over to the side navigation bar, under Other, click on Costing. Here you can adjust the material cost of your prints to get an accurate estimate of how much each print cost. We have already inputted for you accurate values based on US DTF Station pricing. As needed though, you may change any of these values to work with your business. Let's go over the different settings. Material cost is referring to your film. Surface treatment cost is referring to the hot melt powder used. Inks are obviously referring to your ink cost. Below that, we did not add any calculations for labor cost, etc., since that would be specific to your business. Alright, that's it for your software installation and setup video. Make sure to watch the next episode to learn how to perform the printhead adjustment on this machine. Thanks for watching.